What's going on, Bulls Nation? Welcome into CHGO Bulls Postgame, presented by DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook. Download their app. Be sure to use promo code CHGO when you sign up. I'm Peck. You can follow me on Twitter at Bulls_Peck. My guys, Big Dave, bow. BAWL Sports in your face.
That is a new soundbite I have not heard yet.
The GOAT, Gottlieb, Will_Gottlieb, our pal and producer, Joey Spathis, rocking the controls. Follow that man at Joey Spathis, a.k.a. Joey1K. We are CHGO_Bulls. Bulls fall in Memphis to the Grizzlies. 104-89 is the final. Bulls attempt to finally get that elusive four-game winning streak. The first time this season falls flat.
Yeah.
They fall back to 26-28.
Yeah.
Their attempt to get back to 500 for the first time since early November falls flat. In the final game the Bulls will play before the NBA trade deadline comes to pass Thursday afternoon. Gentlemen, I'm feeling a lot of emotions. Okay. I'm sure our fellow Bulls fans in the comments are feeling a lot of emotions. This is a safe space. Get them out. We'll get to as many of your comments as we can tonight. Here's basically where I'm at, and then I'll let you all chime in. I'm okay with this loss because it forces AK and Eversley to face reality. If they win this game tonight and get back to 500, maybe they have an easier time convincing themselves, if not this fan base, we're good. Let's fight through it. Let's ride this out. Let's see if we can climb up to maybe even a top 6 seed and get our way back to the playoffs like we did last year. This loss, and yes, you're without DeMar, but even so, reminded them all of the flaws of this roster, how glaring they are, and how badly it needs fixing. The Bulls were a turnover-prone team tonight, like they have been throughout much of this season, because they don't have a trusty, regular go-to ball handler / point guard. Your most reliable ball handler, DeMar DeRozan, sat out tonight, and you saw the effects. You had 8 turnovers in the fourth quarter.
It's a lot.
Finished the game with 18.
It's a lot.
A lot of those turnovers, they shrank that turnover number in the second and third quarters. Fourth quarter rolls around, and it's a turnover fest again. You shot 20% from behind the three-point line. Problem all season long. There that is, staring AK and Eversley in the face 48 hours from trade deadline. They have to look at tonight's loss. Yes, it's just one game and a sample size, but it's a microcosm of the problems we've seen with this team all season long. You cannot be satisfied with continuity coming into Thursday's trade deadline after watching what happened in Memphis tonight. And in that sense, I am okay with the loss because you're not putting lipstick on a pig tonight. That pig is a freaking pig.
Pig's a freaking pig, and he wants to eat it.
I
don't necessarily agree with that. I think, I think that was the biggest point, was the fact that DeMar DeRozan was out. So if they were looking at it and DeMar was there and this happened, I think I could agree more with what you're saying. But the fact that your best player wasn't out there and the fact that your team fought and had a lead going into the fourth quarter against the second best team probably in the NBA, it says more to stand pat, in my opinion, to them than it does to make a move to do something. When you don't have the guy that you depend on, you can point directly to that. You know what I mean? Like you can say, that's the problem, that's the issue, he's not there. Whether it's real or not, you can point to it and say, that's the issue, that's the problem. If he's not there and you're still performing at a level where you actually can win a basketball game against a team this good, I think you go back and you look at that and you say, you know what, I'm not happy we lost, but, I mean, we got out there and we fought and we did something tonight. I do agree with you as far as the problems actually, definitely on full display. The ball handling, as you mentioned, the three-point shooting is always on display for this team. And Zach carrying a team, you know what I mean? He really I wish I had a better word than let them down because that's not what I want to say. But he wasn't there for them when they needed him at that free throw line. He was not
and
good.
It wasn't just the missed free throws, which, by the way, 10 of 17, woof.
That's tough, man.
17 free throw attempts from Zach.
Yeah.
You almost never see that number on Zach LaVine free throw attempts. And you clearly assume that Zach was like, okay, no DeMar tonight. I got to bring more. I got to be aggressive. And he did show that aggression and did competently get to the free throw line. You just got to make your damn free throws, Zach.
Yeah.
The other part of it was fourth quarter, Zach tried to force it.
Yes. Oh, my God.
And we all know what happens when Zach tries to do too much.
Yeah. Nothing good comes from him trying to do too much. And it's wild because since we've been watching him so long, we knew it was coming. You knew it was happening. You know what I'm saying? You were like, oh, there's a turnover. He made a bad play. I guarantee you what's about to happen. As soon as that next play come down, I'm shooting it. I don't care who's around me. I don't care what's going on. This ball is going up. I don't care if it's a good shot. I don't care if it's a bad shot. This shot is going to happen. I didn't like his effort either. I didn't think he put in like a strong effort. I'm not expecting him to go diving for loose balls all the time and things like that. But I thought it could have been better. You know, I thought his effort kind of could have been a little bit better. Even when Jaren Jackson Jr. was on him and he caused that turnover, you know, in that fourth quarter, I didn't like his effort on that. I thought it was a little like once he got it back in his hands, he still was a little, you know, and then that's why I got slapped away again and went out of bounds. And he's talking to the ref, and I'm like, no, bro, that's you. You got to handle that. You got to do better with that, man. I thought he could have done better tonight and had an opportunity to do better tonight. You know what I mean? To showcase. You want to talk about showcasing stuff tonight. He had that opportunity to do it tonight, to showcase some things and say, no, man, I am that good. I am that guy. And he couldn't get it done. I can't even recall the last time I've seen him go to the line 17 times. I can't even tell you the last time I've seen him.
It may have been a career high.
Seriously.
Or damn near close to it.
I'm going to definitely go look and find out. But, my God, man, like, he wasn't on point. But, yeah, bottom line, I'm not mad at the loss. I'm really not, man. I do like the way they played and fought because I thought it was over in the third quarter. I thought the run was coming in the third. And the fact that the Bulls actually took the lead and gave me some excitement, and I was actually like, yo, this is awesome. They look like they're fighting out here. I like that aspect of it. In the fourth quarter, it took over because the Grizzlies are better than you. Like, that's what that is. But overall, I'm not mad at the loss. And, yeah, I'm not mad at the loss.
First of all, it was a career high in free throw attempts for Zach.
Thank you, Will.
Set his career high earlier this year
with
15, but obviously broke that with 17. I think I agree with most of what you said, Matt, which is if what we're hearing from Billy Donovan last night, speaking for Arturis, is true, in that they're going to take a bigger picture look at the team dating back to last All-Star break. This game is emblematic of every single problem that they've had.
Okay.
With or without DeMar. You can't shoot. You can't play make. You can't make good decisions at clutch time. You can't beat good teams. You can't carry and hold a lead. When you do have some stuff go your way, you immediately go away from it. You can't shoot threes. I mean, it was literally every single problem we've talked about for as long as we've been doing this. And I don't think that one game should or will sway your opinion one way or the other about what to do with the trade deadline, about what they need to do, you know, team building wise long term. But this is who they are. This game tells me who they are, but so do the last, 50 whatever.
Sure.
And so it doesn't really change my mind. Obviously, it leaves a taste in your mouth going into the trade deadline. They don't have any more games until Thursday night when they play the Brooklyn Cam Thomases. But
43 tonight.
This is who they are. And that is a team that can't handle young and athletic teams, that can't beat good teams, and that is below 500. I mean, that's who they are.
That's what we saw.
Connor in the comments saying the collective basketball IQ on this team just isn't high enough for them to be competitive in any meaningful way. And, I mean, we were kind of talking about it, like, when the Bulls stopped getting their offense run through Vooch in that fourth quarter, shit went bad. And it's not a coincidence because, honestly, for all the hate that Vooch gets, and I took a little mini stand on Twitter earlier today. I'm not sure if you guys saw it.
I didn't. What happened?
Just about AK and the trades that have been made, including the Vooch trade. And I'm not saying the Vooch trade was some great home run swing. Okay. And there are clearly some parts of the Vooch trade that are going to be problematic for the Bulls presently and moving forward.
Okay.
But not nearly as bad as I think most of this fan base cracks it up to be. Vooch is the highest IQ player on this team right now. Y'all understand that?
He's the second best player on this team.
Y'all understand that? You need to understand that. Because the head-scratching stuff that we see from Zach LaVine when he's trying to play hero ball late in a close game like that, and it goes sideways. And again, and I saw somebody else in the comments asking this earlier, is it Billy's fault for going away from what works? Or is Billy telling the guys to keep doing what works and it's them not executing it?
Yeah.
Because they, after a putrid first quarter, rebounded in this game, fought back from a 15-point deficit, and as you said, Big Dave, even took a lead that they built up to 5 or 6 points late in the third quarter.
Yeah.
And then after a couple of rough minutes to start the fourth, in that lineup with no Vooch and no Zach, that was like, oh, dear God, who's scoring in this lineup? You had Ayo, Kobe, Dragic, Derek Jones Jr., and Drummond. And you're like, this can't last for more than 90 seconds.
Yeah.
It did not. But even once you got Vooch back in there, you felt like it was too late because then Zach also checks back in and is like, crap, we lost the lead.
Yes.
I got to go be hero Zach.
Yes.
And you're like, no, dude.
I don't.
Just run the offense.
Yes.
God.
And I think that is there's a point that Billy Donovan has made a few times, which is like, if you're a big man, you rely on other guys to get you the ball. You don't generate and initiate the offense in the same way. And I think that's absolutely right. I mean, Zach had 1 assist tonight. 3 turnovers, 1 assist. On a night where DeMar's not there.
She had 6.
Where DeMar's not there and where you're supposed to be the one that's generating the offense.
Yeah.
We saw that the best version of this team is when it runs through Vooch.
Again.
6.
Again, that's what you're going to see all the time when it comes to Vooch, man, to run your offense through that. I think that's a good question, though. Like, is it a disconnect between the players or is it a disconnect between the coach? As far as
I can't imagine that Billy Donovan, during a timeout early in the fourth quarter of a game that's getting away from them a little bit, is saying, Zach, go out there, dribble a bunch, and take some bad shots.
Yeah, I'm sure he's not saying that.
I don't think that's the advice that Billy's given his team.
Yeah, I don't think he's saying that aspect of it, but he could be saying, Zach, I'd like you to get more involved in this. He could be saying that. I'd like to know that. Honestly, I would. And even if the case is the players aren't running the play, I'm going to need that timeout right there and a quick check-in of whoever the hell is on the floor. Like, do you hear what I'm trying to tell y'all to run out here? And if you don't want to run what I'm running out here, I'm going to get somebody else in here to run what the hell I need them to run. That's why I'm asking, where's that disconnect at then? If Billy is just saying, well, all right, fine. Let them keep doing what their own thing. You know what I mean? Because that means if that's the case, that means it's blame to go all around. That means they're screwing up and then Billy's allowing it and that's screwing it up as well. That's all around blame. But I feel like more so it's the players just not running it. You know what I'm saying? More so than Billy not doing it. But I would like to know if he's getting in that ass. You know, I like it when you're betwixt the crack. You know, I enjoy that. And I'd like to know how deep into the crack he is getting with some of these players.
Good Lord.
Yeah, come on through after that one. Come on through.
I mean, there's no way. We know what they can do. We saw them play really well in the third quarter.
Yes.
What did they? It was like 36-23 or something in the third quarter.
Yeah.
They can do it. Billy is not saying, all right, look, we've been kicking their ass this quarter, playing through Vooch. Let's go away from that and that's not what's happening. I think it's the players' decisions, and to the point that I was trying to make earlier, it's not just like Vooch, go get the ball and do it. Like they need to set Vooch up, and you see sometimes where they're running actions to get him good post position where he can make the play, or they're running pick and roll where he can make the play, but he relies on the guards to do that. And this is a problem we've seen with Chicago Bulls point guards since Derrick Rose tore his ACL. They just haven't really had that guy. And you can have guys that make the right play, but it can't just be one guy on the court doing it at all times. And if the 3 or 4 that those guys are playing with aren't doing it, then it's going to make life hard, and it's going to kind of erase all the good things that you're trying to do.
Correct. Well, honestly, if you're not
Was
listening,
I betwixt?
You were there. I just wanted you to go all the way into that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, if guys are out there not running exactly what I'm telling them to do, then I'm going to need a checking. That's what I'm saying. Like, if that's what the case is, then I'm going to need a check-in, bro. Like, hey, man, look, you're not doing what I'm telling you to do, and this is trying to get us to win. You don't want to listen? I'm going to need a check-in. That's all I'm saying. That's where I want that to come in right there. That's why I feel that might be a disconnect, because to continue to let them run and keep doing that shit is an issue for me.
Mark K., our guy, in the comments saying, this all comes back to roster construction. It always has been the issue and remains so. You can't out-coach that being a roster construction issue. And, I touched on the three-point shooting in my opening rant. 7 of 35 tonight.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Typical night for the Bulls.
Yes, that's horrible.
So Patrick Williams, Alex Caruso, your 2 role player starters, 0 of 6.
Yeah.
Your guys off the bench, Derek Jones Jr., Goran Dragic, and Kobe White, 1 of 11 behind the 3-point line. 1 of 17 between 5 of your primary rotation guys. And look, we were talking after their win last night about, hey, it was a decent night. The Bulls made some threes. Good for them. Mm-hmm. They have been the lowest volume 3-point shooting team in the NBA all season long.
This is true. Have
not moved from that spot when they clutched it ferociously week 1 of the regular season. 30th. What day is it? What week is it? What month is it? 30th. You cannot win in the NBA today being the 30th team in the league in 3-point shooting. So take the loss and freaking fix it.
That man needs a hat, Joey. Yeah, but come on, dog. You know what he needs.
God damn.
You know what he needs. You know what he needs. You know what that man needs.
See, again, but I'm mad right now, but I am okay because if we are sitting here Thursday afternoon, less than 48 hours from now, talking about a Bulls team that stood pat, made no changes at this deadline, this loss in this fashion will vindicate me and make me feel okay about being an ass when I ream them out for not changing anything. Because they have no freaking excuse to not change anything with this, as Mark pointed out, broken AF roster.
No, I agree with that.
Well, I think the other thing is you mentioned the 3-point shooting and where they stand. The idea of this team that they've constructed, and obviously it's not going to be the same without DeMar in there.
Sure.
But the idea is to compensate the lack of 3-point shooting with really efficient and high-volume free throw attempts and efficiency, right? 18 for 27 tonight, 66.7%. The idea is to generate, to not have a bunch of turnovers and to make good decisions with the basketball. 18 turnovers. So when you're missing those 2 things, it's just going to be very difficult. When you're missing your best player, it's going to be very difficult.
Yeah.
But again, this single game, and we balance the idea of covering single games with bigger picture, and we kind of bounce around doing this every night.
Yeah.
To me, this game is not just this game. This game is every game that we've seen. And so I'm looking at it from that perspective because that's what you kind of need to do right now. And I know that Arturas is not going to be looking at this game they're 15-10, I think, in their last 25. He's not going to be looking at that stretch and saying, well, we're on to something, because we can all watch each game and tell you what the problems are because they're the same problems we've been seeing every single game since Lonzo got hurt.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the problems that you've been talking about in the offseason. You know what I mean? The problems we thought that we'd see happen and we continue to see happen. And, to not do anything about those problems, I completely agree with. Like, if Matt loses his damn mind, then I'm going to sit here and laugh at him and then just, but he'll be right to sit there and do that.
You say if?
Oh, excuse me. I apologize. That is on me. When Matt loses his damn mind, I will be laughing at him, but he will be correct and losing his mind. To stand back and not do anything about, about somebody punch you in the face and, you don't cover up. You know what I mean? You don't duck or do anything about that. That's an issue. That's a problem, man. Like, why continue to get punched in the face? Like, throw something back, maybe duck and do something. But you see the issue with the team. You know what it is. You know the problem. And to not do anything to address it, to fix it, even though you said you want to be buyers. You know what I mean? Even though you said something like that. You saying you want to go to the playoffs, we want to be buyers at the deadline. Well, buyers have to buy. You know what I'm saying? Buyers have to actually go and buy something right there. So if you're not going to do that, then that's just lip service after a while. So we'll see what happens between now and then if they actually do. But, yeah, he's right. and Will's right. Another game like this showing you how terrible you are at shooting threes, showing how you don't have that ball handler, showing the low IQ, and showing that fourth quarter collapse. It's something we've watched all season long.
I don't know if your comment there was pointed at a specific person or persons, but what came to my mind is you know who buys things?
Okay.
Owners.
It wasn't pointing at
people
them, but
who own things buy things. See how that works?
Yeah.
Owners buy things.
Oh my God. For Thursday, he's gonna be out of his mind. He's gonna be out of his mind.
I'm not saying. I'm just saying.
I'll
I'm very much
also-
saying owners.
Go ahead, Will.
When it comes to the trade deadline, I am under the assumption that they're probably not going to make any moves. And I think that's probably, I mean, I would prefer that they did. I think they have issues to address, but I've kind of come to terms with the likelihood that they're not going to do that. But I think the argument to just continue on this path because your pick is gone, like, I understand if they're going to be afraid to make any big changes, just understanding that there is risk associated with that. But I do think the upcoming free agency and draft period is going to be very telling. And I think that's where
true.
you really have to start asking questions.
Yeah.
But yeah, so all that to say, I'm not sure that I'm not going to be up in arms if nothing happens at the deadline, but I do think the free agency period is when you can start to seriously ask some questions.
And I agree with you with the point that you made when we were talking about if they wanted to trade guys like Zach LaVine and things, and you were saying it's more feasible to do so in the offseason for teams that are trying to make a splash, but not doing it at a trade deadline when that is just a playoff team kind of thing, when you might not get more bang for your buck, with them. And that makes 100% sense because your options, you have vast more options in that offseason. If you're going to make that kind of move or make some kind of trade, not just Zach, but anybody, if you're going to make those kind of moves, a team looking to make a splash, you can definitely, get with, a little bit better than a team trying to make a playoffs because that's just more of a handful of guys, right?
There's a handful of teams, and also you get an extra year of being able to trade draft picks out every new league year. And so during the free agency period, teams will be able to trade their 2030 pick and not just their 2029.
Okay.
During the free agency and draft period, you're going to know where you are picking in the draft. It's not going to be, here's a potential lottery ball. So I do think that there's more certainty and security in making those trades during the offseason, and that's kind of part of the reason why I say it might not happen until this offseason. But if the Bulls want to continue on this path that they're on, and it seems like they do, they probably need to do something to supplement that. I'm not saying I have the answers.
Right.
I don't know what they should do, who they should give up, what they should move.
Right.
It seems like a risky proposition to move additional draft capital or young players to double down on this group that you have. But if that's the direction they want to go, that's the direction they've got to go. They've sat out of last trade deadline. They've sat out of free agency this past summer.
They did.
And you kind of expect that over that period of time, you've gathered enough data and evidence to say, this is who we are, this is what our weaknesses are, and we should probably address them in some way or another. So that's, I think, if that seems to me like it would be more of a fringe move. I don't really necessarily see them making anything huge, but they have problems to solve, and to not attempt to solve anything, I think would be problematic.
That part.
We got to take our first break here on CHGO Bulls Postgame. When we come back, we'll continue breaking down tonight's loss and what it means for the trade deadline that lies ahead in just a couple short days. While we're sharing you these words from our friends and sponsors, do us a favor, hit that thumbs up button. If you're watching along on YouTube, it helps us out a lot. We greatly appreciate it. And, of course, make sure you are subscribed to the CHGO Sports YouTube channel. Big Dave, we've got a new sponsor starting this week.
New sponsor right now, and this is the time, Matt, that we're going to slow it down.
We're going to slow it down?
Oh, yeah. Listen up, fellas. You know Valentine's Day is around the corner. And you know the daytime might be taken care of. You might have the dinner. You might have the gifts. You might have the chocolates. But what about the nighttime? because things go bump in the night. And you want to be right. And you want to be ready. But not just ready, you want to be Roman ready. Oh! Because of strong sex life players can deepen your feelings of intimacy with your partner and lead to increased happiness. Ooh, that's well written. Roman addresses a variety of sexual health needs for all you guys out there. Roman offers genuine medication that can help achieve and maintain a strong bow all up in there. Roman offers discreet wipes that helps you last 1, 2, 3, 4 times longer in the boudoir. 4 times, sir. You want to get that in. So, if you want to get ready and Roman ready, be better ready for that Valentine's Day. Go to ro.co/CHGO today and get yourself 20% off your entire first order. Not just half, your entire first order. Order by February 8th for guaranteed shipping in time for Valentine's Day. That's ro.co/CHGO. Fellas, don't just be ready. Be Roman ready. Ow! Come on, give it up top. Up top.
That was
That's off the
legit.
top of the dome.
Joe Hughes in the comments said, "Big Barry White Dave."
Come on with it. Come on. Never gonna give you up.
Yeah.
I'm never
Scott,
never
heck
gonna
yeah, let's
stop.
take these pills, fellas.
It's them wipes, baby. Just wipe it on. 4 times.
And then once you've had yourself a very satisfying Valentine's Day
I broke wheel.
and Valentine's night, you know what the next thing on your to-do list is?
What's that?
Getting into fresh parlays
Yes.
at DraftKings.
Yes. Winning twice.
Priority 1A, priority 1B.
Winning twice. 2 times.
Keep your partner happy.
That's right.
And satisfied.
That's right.
Keep your health. Keep yourself happy and satisfied.
That's right.
With a little extra money in your pocket.
Yes.
With DraftKings, NBA fans, it's time to bring the hoops action to the palm of your hand with DraftKings Sportsbook. Official betting partner of the NBA, our official betting partner at CHGO. This week, new customers can bet $5 and win $200 in bonus bets instantly. Plus, for a limited time, all new and existing customers can get a no-sweat same-game parlay every day. Go to the DraftKings Sportsbook app today, opt in, and place a same-game parlay on any NBA game. And if it doesn't hit, you'll get a bonus bet back.
Bonus bet back.
Basically a zero-risk same-game parlay.
Yeah.
What's not to love about that?
Free money.
Free money.
Free
Literally free
money.
Literally.
Download that app. Do it right now.
Right now.
Sign up with promo code CHGO right now. New customers, again, can bet just $5 on the NBA and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official betting partner of the NBA.
Yes.
Tonight's DraftKings King of the Game. Dude has been balling out recently.
Out of control.
We were just lamenting about how the Bulls stopped going to him and through him in the fourth quarter of this game that was winnable that slipped away. It's Nikola Vucevic, the big man, put up 28, 17, and 6 tonight. Oh, also had 3 steals, by the way.
Wow.
28 and 17,
Wow.
his 17th double-double in the last 19 games.
That's good. I don't know if anybody knows that.
But you
that's
guys,
good.
don't you miss Wendell? Don't you miss Wendell so bloody damn much? I miss Wendell so much I cry myself to sleep.
Dude, I just read what you were saying. You called him man. I was dying over him. He was like, what these men at best? Like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, nobody's going to be happy with that. They're not going to be happy with that.
You know what
There's
that throw was for? All the Vooch haters out there.
Oh,
I've
give me
had
one
enough of you damn Vooch haters who don't know what the F you're talking about. Show that man some respect and shut up about Wendell Carter Jr. Don't matter. Don't matter. You know what does matter? Promo code CHGO at DraftKings Sportsbook.
I asked ChatGPT
Told you, Joey.
if it was a smart idea to take free money. This is what it said.
Okay.
As an AI language model, I do not have opinions. However, it is generally considered ethical to take free money if it is offered to you legally and does not cause harm to others. Before accepting, it may be a good idea to consider the source of the money and any potential consequences such as taxes or obligations.
That's
an
true.
ethical source of money right there, DraftKings.
CHGO promo code. You got it from everybody on that one. That's awesome.
Our guy Mark said that Drummond last night is what happens when you use Roman. Drummond tonight is what happens when you don't use Roman. Oh, thank you for making me laugh, Mark. I needed that. Goodness gracious. Joey, when you're done wrangling those hats, I believe we have some super chats we need to get to.
This is not part of his job description.
No, it is not.
Let me say this
Plus is hard.
because I do want to give some love to Ayo Dosunmu because I really did like how he played tonight.
Amen.
I loved his aggression. Trying to not match Ja Morant, but just doing the best he could basically out there to give the Bulls some kind of points. You know, with 14-4 and 6 assists, ladies and gentlemen. 6 assists. Yes.
Ever since we talked about his assist numbers dipping this season, they've been slowly climbing back up.
You're welcome. Ever since I put the chart up, pow, pow. That's what you saw. Assist happening for my man Ayo, man. I'm very happy with how he played tonight. It was aggressive. And I mean, he got fouled numerous times.
He did.
I thought he got hurt, you know, because he got up holding his back on one of those plays, man. But he was aggressive. He didn't care that Jaren Jackson Jr. had those blocks in the first quarter. I don't think he had another block the rest of the game, if I'm not mistaken, after those 5 he had in the first. But yeah, Ayo just kept going at him, man. He kept being aggressive. He kept saying, look, you're just going to have to block it, period, point blank. You're just going to have to do that because I'm coming inside to score. And he was a big reason why they had that run in that third as well, man. He definitely helped with that. So shout out to Ayo for the game.
He did have 4 turnovers tonight. We talked about the Bulls having a turnover issue across the board tonight. But, you know, and some of that I think was maybe Ayo being just a half a step ahead of knowing what he was doing on some of those possessions. But, you know, you love to see that aggression from him. I feel like Ayo is one of the few guys on this team who recognizes when they have advantageous opportunities in transition.
Nice work.
There was 1 or 2 moments tonight when somebody on the Grizzlies was flying out of bounds way past the baseline and taking their sweet-ass time to get up.
Yes.
And the Bulls had 5-on-4 opportunities. Yes. And we're like, la-di-da-di-da, I'm just going to dribble slowly up. No, Ayo sees those moments and he's like, I'm gone.
Gone, period.
And I love that. Yeah. Sometimes with Ayo, because he's a young guard, recognizing and trying to seize those opportunities, you'll have a turnover or 2.
Sure.
That's okay. You know, just wanted to make a point of those, but for the most part, I'm with you. I loved what we saw from Ayo tonight.
He's so good at putting pressure on the rim in early offense, to your point. And I kind of asked Billy about this the other day.
Flex.
But but it's sort of by design where they have these it's not like a play so much, but when he sees Vooch is popping out to the corner or to the top of the key and his man comes with him, Ayo just like attacks as soon as the guy steps from even like just inside half court. And he just uses those opportunities as soon as Vooch pulls the guy away. He's got that opening. And he's just really good at like pointing them out and recognizing when they're there and just going for it. And that's a dynamic that the Bulls don't really have when they're just like DeMar or Zach is bringing the ball up slowly and they're getting into their set. So I think it's a really cool change of pace and something that, you know, he was only, I think, 6 of 14 tonight, but like the way that he collapses the defense, we saw early on. I mean, 6 assists too. It opens up the offense.
I'm sorry. Could you go back to that comment, Will, with William Peterson? Because I was just reading here, just joined after watching the replay. Zach can't be a ball dominant guard this much. And when the Bulls signed him, I don't think they signed him to do that. With injuries, Zach is forced to, which sucks. I disagree with that final sentence. He's not really forced to being a ball dominant guard because, again, our king of the game was Nikola Vucevic, who was balling out. He could easily get him the basketball. He chose to be that. You know, he chooses to force it, you know what I mean, especially in that fourth quarter. That's kind of been his MO, like we talked about before, like his whole career here. When things are going bad, he will make them go worse for himself by forcing things. That's when travels start happening for him. That's when turnovers start happening for him. That's when bad shots start happening for him. But he keeps doing it. That's been who he's been since he's been here. So it's not like he's being forced to be that guy. They had a guy that was being that guy, and that was Vooch. He was being that dude. Get him the basketball and then play around him like that. When you saw Zach in his threes, was it not a catch and shoot? Am I crazy? Like, I think it was a catch and shoot.
He's so freaking good at that.
Yes, he is really good at that. And it was an assist from Ayo when it happened. But yeah, man, he's putting himself in that position because he's thinking, I'm the man. I got to do it. I got to do it. I got to do it. And it doesn't have to be that way.
Speaking of Zach's elite level of catch and shoot, love Dave in the comments putting it another way. Zach's role should be Klay Thompson, not Steph Curry. Zach could be a very damn good Klay Thompson role.
Yeah.
On a good NBA team.
Yeah.
On a great team.
Yeah,
on
he
a
would
great
be
team.
A monster.
He
an absolute monster.
At times feels the need, whether it's pressure he's putting on himself or whatever else. He feels at times the need to be Steph.
Yeah.
And he ain't Steph.
Yeah, and it's not needed for him to be.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's the issue. Like, go ahead. I'm sorry.
And when the Bulls were playing their best tonight in quarters 2 and 3, he was not playing hero ball.
He was not. They were passing the ball and getting it to Vooch.
And he was still contributing in those moments of the game when they were making their runs.
Yes.
But within the flow.
Within the flow.
Just go with the flow, Zach.
And he was getting it because he was getting to the foul line. Because nobody else was really getting to the foul line.
And hitting shots in rhythm.
Yes.
In rhythm.
Yes. So he had his opportunities to. And again, his free throw shooting was shockingly bad. I'm not used to seeing him shoot like that, man. I don't know what was going on with him tonight as far as that is concerned. But that's got to change.
And when he was catching fire from deep.
Yeah.
And, he had a couple of threes, that he had a couple of long twos, like toe on the line.
Toe on the line stuff, yeah.
He was in between those going to the free throw line. He's still missing. It's like, dude, how are you missing your free throws when you're hitting those?
Yeah.
What?
It was weird. It was very weird, man. But I just don't like it when he puts it on himself and it's not necessary for him to. Sometimes it is, you know what I mean, for a player to put it on themselves and will their team to a victory.
Yeah.
But this wasn't one of those games, Will. Like, it was clearly going Vooch's way, and then you can share the ball and find your offense through that.
This is hyperbolic, but we saw that play where Andre Drummond had the steal and the Euro step and airball layup.
If you missed it, you'll see it on Shaqtin' the Fool tomorrow Thursday. I promise you.
And there was an ESPN alert on it.
It's going down.
The reason why I really want to emphasize that this is hyperbole is because it seems kind of like Zach has those moments too, where after the game yesterday, God, it feels like it was 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
After the game yesterday, Billy Donovan's first thing about Drummond was he played within his lane.
Yeah.
He did what he is really good at. He did not do more than that. And he had 21 points and 15 rebounds.
Sure.
And as soon as he starts to play outside his lane, he does stuff like that. And I think, again, hyperbole, but it's a similar scenario to when Zach tries to do stuff that's outside of his ability or outside of his lane.
Correct.
Just too much. And, I mean, Stacey King called it out on the broadcast. Zach's doing too much right now.
Yeah. Doing too much.
He is so good. Get back to the Steph and Klay comment. Like, he is so good at doing the things that he's really good at. And that's why he needs a guy like DeMar and a guy like Vooch next to him. And in theory, that works really well. But for whatever reason, we just haven't seen that together enough consistently for 48 minutes for more than 3 games at a time. And when it goes bad, that's what it looks like.
Yeah. Agreed.
We've still got plenty of super chats to get to. We will do that next. Just real quick, Gary in the comments, no. I swear to God, the next Bulls fan that asks me if we can bring Mark Jackson in to coach this team is going to get a hat to the dome just like I hit one of our lights right here.
I've been waiting on that to happen since these lights got put in, man. I was like, it's going to happen. He's going to get one of them, man. These nice.
Big.
Yeah? You're not feeling them?
No, they're great. They're bright.
Why you squinting?
Yeah.
No,
They're
amazing.
not as harsh and painful as the old lights.
They're not.
But they're
I like 'em.
enormous.
They're just big.
Also not as harsh and painful as the idea of hiring Mark Jackson.
And another.
The hell out of here.
Don't hit Joey either, please.
I'm not going to hit Joey.
All right.
Would never dream of it.
Okay.
Except that one time.
Just
Right,
another-
that happened. Wasn't even kidding. Wasn't even kidding.
Oh, man.
I am very sorry to say that I don't specifically recall that happening.
Of course, Joey remembers you hit him.
The Portillos? That's what I. Oh, okay.
I'm talking about hats. No.
Right, that's what I was saying. I was saying a couple nights ago, Bulls the Boss, Portillos, you might have been throwing hats over this way.
No.
But, forget that I elaborated because you guys like the joke better originally. So.
No. I'm just saying the truth. I'm just saying if he hit you with a hat, I don't want him to hit you with a hat. Period. Point.
Yeah,
blank.
no,
You
we'll
just
be
did
all right.
that to yourself, Joey, because it's been a few days and I've been working towards forgetting what you did to me in that whole Portillo's debacle, and now you just reminded me.
It's my fault.
Although
Jetty spat.
I got to give Young Joseph credit.
Okay.
Was it tonight or last night when he was like, "Hey, I'm ordering food"?
He did do
Anybody
that
want
last
some?
night. Yes,
Yeah.
he did.
Yeah,
he did
there
that
you go.
last night.
See? He's
Absolutely.
learning.
I did that tonight.
Oh, wait, hold on.
You didn't
This
say
one's funny
Portillo's,
to me
so
because
now
we've got Eric Cush. So he likes to come in and make a bunch of negative comments. But, here's what I want to say. Thanks for watching. You were here last night as well. You've been here a bunch. So
Hello.
Appreciate your I think Stephen was telling me earlier, once you watch for 30 seconds, it counts as a view. So we will take that.
Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate it. Yeah. Thank you. Exactly.
Thanks for hanging out.
Oh,
man.
yes, I definitely want to listen to a podcast hosted by Mark Jackson.
I don't want him coaching, but I'll listen to him. He's entertaining. He entertains me with Van Gundy.
Hand down, man down.
Mama, there goes that man.
What does that mean?
Easy. Hand down, man down.
He's been getting away with that catchphrase for years.
You drop your hand, it's over for you. That's what it means. Hand down, man down,
Yeah.
buckets. That's what it means, man.
It's a stretch.
It's not a stretch.
You know it's not a stretch. Investing in becoming a CHGO diehard member.
Oh,
That's
man.
not a stretch.
Okay.
All sorts of perks, including the best of the best content that we have to offer, including some of that incredible sports writing, not just from our guy Will Gottlieb, but all of our credentialed reporters and journalists. That is still some of it behind that paywall. Plus, you get incredible deals and discounts on not only every time you shop at the CHGO merch locker, all of our public events that we do, hanging out with our fellow Chicago sports fans, including stuff like the Blackhawks takeover that's happening at the UC later this week.
Yay.
All of the Bears
Sold
tailgates
out.
that we did this past season, the Bears tailgates that we're going to do next football season. We're going to do at least one more Bulls takeover at the UC before this season is through. You get discounts on all those ticket packages as well.
Ooh, there might be something special for the Bears coming up, too.
Might be something special.
Something there.
Something special.
Might be a little thing.
Maybe a little draft night
Little
party?
something right there.
A little draft night party?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Little bit. Work them shoulders, Will.
Plus, some merch that's only available to diehard members, including that dope diehard hoodie.
Yes.
The zippy hoodie.
Yes.
That I love.
It is ill.
And when you become a diehard, you get one article from that CHGO merch locker for free.
Thank you, Mr.
Take your
Peterson.
pick.
Yes.
Pick.
Take
More
your
likes.
pick. And get them likes. You
Some
see Joey
likes and
asking
get
for it.
that diehard
Yeah.
membership.
You
Go
know
ahead,
what?
Joey, get
Maybe
him.
one day we just do the show. We get to the third segment. We say we're not going anymore until we get to 100 likes. We're at 50
We're gonna
right now.
stop talking?
We're just gonna sit here. So the Blackhawks guys do it where they do the extra lottery spins on their show, and they say, if we get to 100 likes tonight, we'll do another spin. And then they roll it over. They're like, oh, we got 100 likes on the last two shows. We got 2 extra spins. So I like that. I think, they've found a good way to incorporate it into the show. We'll think of a way maybe we can reward our viewers. Maybe we have like a big mega hat or something, and Peck throws
you
it.
can pick what hat Matt throws next.
Right, or like there's like a large
What about
hat,
the big hat?
Like
That's big.
right, like one of those huge hats,
Reward.
and it says
Matt throwing a
200
big
likes
ass
on it,
hat.
and then Matt throws it when we
It's
hit 200
almost
likes.
as bad as a Trump NFT as far as the shittiness level of
Better than
rewards
Lincoln.
to bribe
Better
people.
We're gonna get
Washington.
to all the super chats in a second, but I just want to throw that out there.
Well, we like when you give us the super chats too, Bulls Therapy. Appreciate you,
Yes,
sir.
yes, but I know we do we have another ad read to hit or no?
No, we're good.
We're
Okay.
good, bro.
Can
Good.
you do the Roman one again?
Oh, you ain't ready. You ain't ready. Don't worry, it's coming back. It's coming back. But be Roman ready when you do it.
All right, here we go. I have not.
One read is all it takes.
Oh, I never even put the Bulls Therapies chat up.
One read
That's
is
my
4
bad.
times.
All right, here we go.
Super chats, let's
Super
go.
chats. The
LeBron has
Duke.
20,
The
by the
Duke.
way.
The GOAT
Duke.
says, my nephew's freshman basketball team has a better three-point percentage than the Bulls do.
Well, if his nephew's team shoots better than 20% tonight, he is correct.
AK.
Oh, good.
Drummond is a point guard?
He is not.
He is not.
He is not a point guard. He is not.
Euro step.
Yes.
Woo.
That's your point guard, Andre Drummond.
McBaconator. He's a diehard. He says 14 points, That's just pathetic. The loss is whatever, but 2 14-point quarters is pathetic.
It was jarring when the Bulls were held to 14 points in the first quarter.
Yeah.
Then it happened again in the fourth quarter.
Yes. That was more jarring, especially after what you showcased in the third. That's what made it more jarring. And you kind of saw it happen. Like, you read the story. You know, like you said, when it was about 5 minutes left, you were like, yep, we see what's happening here.
We know the playbook.
Yeah,
that's the whole point. We know the playbook.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen the movie.
Mm-hmm. We know it's
26 plus 28 times.
Seen it so many times. How's the Lakers game going, though, Will?
LeBron has 20 points.
With
10 seconds before halftime.
Oh, he's on pace.
Looking tough.
He's on pace.
Well, actually,
away?
no. I guess he's like right on. 18 would be on pace. So
Yeah,
he's right. He's right there.
16 away.
Yeah.
16 away, man.
Continuing forward with the super chats. The TWW podcast says,
LeBron
this is actually the first one that came in tonight. He said, just wanted to say I hate this team.
All right.
That's it. Thumbs up.
Hate is
All
a
right.
strong word.
Hate is very, very strong.
Let the hate flow through you.
Child.
Good.
But just like we said to Eric, thanks for watching.
Yes. Appreciate you.
Bulls therapy. That's my bad. I skipped this one earlier. It says, the longer the Bulls wait, the larger the difference in value between Zach LaVine and Cam Thomas.
Man. Anyone else scared to play Cam Thomas in a couple days?
The Brooklyn Cam Thomases.
3 straight games
Coming
of
at you
40
fast.
plus?
3 straight games of 40 plus.
No one
points.
knew who that dude was until a week ago.
They didn't know who he
Insanity
was. Still a week ago.
They never understood, Will.
They never understood.
Linsanity 2.
Man, I was just thinking that. Dude, I was just thinking the same thing. I was just, man, I love it. We're here.
2 Lin,
Wow.
2 Sanity.
Too late.
Sorry. Sorry. That was bad. Sorry.
Don't apologize. Sir, don't you apologize for greatness. Yes, sir. Too late to sanity.
This one came in
Oh, my
after
God.
after Big Dave's Roman read. The Duke says, will the pills help me forget that I am a Bulls fan?
No, but they will help you.
That would be great.
It'll help you in other ways.
Yes.
A love pill that also serves as a memory-killing pill.
I don't need that.
No?
No, man, because I remember the 6 titles.
You
Don't
you
kill
can
nobody.
enjoy your romance in the evening and then fall asleep forgetting that the Bulls let you down.
What if you?
That's a perfect evening.
that would
Some
allow
good
you,
love making and
Uh-huh.
forgetting that the Bulls broke your heart.
I don't know. That might have added to your love making. Who knows? Might be a little more physical because you were upset and angry. Might put a little more on that.
The only Bulls player who routinely makes me feel a little bit randy watching him play basketball sat out tonight, and that is DeMar DeRozan.
little bit randy.
Some of his
Randy.
mid-range game and footworks.
Hey, yo.
Randy.
Hey, yo.
Randy.
What? I'm just being honest. There have been a few times where DeMar makes a move so delicious that I'm like, oh,
So
damn.
delicious.
Beck's going to go home and pour himself a glass of red wine tonight. Lordy.
Learned a lot about Peck. Don't think I wanted to learn this, but he's Roman ready.
Don't shame me. Don't shame me, Dave.
I'm not shaming you. Not shaming you, sir. As long as you're Roman ready, you go ahead and do your thing.
Last
all
super
ready.
chat
all
from
good.
AK. He says, Bulls buyers works for Reinsdorf. Tickets already sold for the season. Maybe marginal buyout market.
Okay.
I'm a little confused.
Don't know
I'm
if I
confused
understand
by the
that,
wording
but-
of
Yeah,
that.
just the wording.
Yeah.
Bulls buyers work for Reinsdorf.
Yes.
Is he trying to say that being buyers would work for Reinsdorf? Maybe that went back to my snarky comment about owners buying things when Dave was talking about how to improve this team. I don't know.
I'm sorry. I'm looking at Jelly said Devo Libido. It's pretty damn good.
I like that.
Well done, sir.
I like that.
I like that. Well done. That is good.
What
man.
else we got, Joseph?
That's it.
That's
Okay.
it? We covered all the super chats?
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Wonderful.
All right. If you guys got any more between now and then, please send them in. We will definitely be reading those bad boys right there.
That's right.
That's true. We will be doing
Also,
that.
the other thing, like, no bench help. You know what I
Dude.
mean? From the Bulls tonight.
I
at
mentioned
all.
the bench's three-point shooting.
Yeah, you did. But just
1 of 11.
all around, I would say outside of, probably rebounding, they did it. But Dragic, man, I mean, he had a tough one. 14 minutes, No points, no rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal.
Man.
Just 0 for 4, 0 for 3 from the three-point line.
Had a bad travel.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh. Yes. Really bad travel, man. Like, yeah, he had a tough night. And I think it was one of those nights where you kind of needed the point guardsmanship. And so I don't think you could afford to have him not have these kind of nights, man. It definitely hurt the team, especially in that second unit, man. And Kobe, who I thought played solid defensively again, but the shooting was not on point, especially in that fourth quarter. He had discovered something in that fourth quarter these past, you know what I'm saying, however many games, where he'll hit a couple big threes for the Bulls to either get them started or to move the lead forward, you know. But he could not get it going. After that 1-and-1 he had, where, as I talked to you before, Matt, about Kobe White on the pregame, on the postgame yesterday, I wanted to see him do that more because he's 6'5" and, you know, just has a real sturdy frame. I think he can get to the bucket and take contact and score. I want to see him do more of that, so I was very happy to see that. But the shooting, though, like that we've become accustomed to, it just wasn't there for him today, man. He couldn't hit those threes for him.
Yeah, I mean, it's an up and down road with Kobe, as it always has been and probably will continue to be. But I think the general trend is in the right direction. 1 for 8 shooting, 0 for 5 on threes. Like,
tough.
Just a tough night. But it was kind of a tough night for everyone.
It's true.
We were talking yesterday about how Kobe, in part of his development this season, seems to be that when he has an off shooting night, he can still influence the game in positive ways in other ways. Tonight, it didn't seem like that. It was like he was 0-5 from 3, and he kind of had a dud game. He did have that one great charge that he took. He played some okay defense, but I felt like tonight, offensively speaking, the 3 wasn't falling, but not a whole lot else was going for him either.
Yeah,
which, you know, everybody's allowed to have a bad game here or there.
Sure.
If there's anyone I'm not upset with tonight, it's Kobe White.
Yeah,
because that dude has been trying hard and balling hard for a while now.
Absolutely true, man. Like, it's hard to be upset at him. And I just like the fact he's taking the shots. Something I, been yelling at several players to do. I mean, like Patrick Williams.
And I was going to say, speaking of which, we haven't even said Patrick Williams' name yet.
Yeah. Because he had 10 shots, but he was getting worked. He definitely got worked by Jaren Jackson Jr. as expected to. Jaren Jackson Jr. is really, really damn awesome. Again, I talked about his blocks in the pregame and what he does at home, man, and he held pat to that. But 9 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists and a steal. He did have the dunk. You know what I'm saying, over Jaren Jackson Jr., which was awesome to see. That was good. But again, 0 of 3 from the three-point line. It feels like that's the tagline tonight. Everybody who we talk about and go down, we go directly to the three-point shooting.
20%.
Yeah, man. Like, Vooch should not be your leader. Like, it reminds me of the playoff games against the Bucks. Their best three-point shooter was Vooch in those games. He took your highest volume, and he hit the most. It's not a recipe for winning, especially when you're playing these elite teams out here like this, man. Like, somebody else has to come with him. Who's coming with me? Somebody's got to go with him out here, man. He can't be alone like that. But yeah, man. Pat.
But yeah, back to Patrick for a second. 9 points on 10 shots is like, basically, to be an efficient scorer, what you want to have is more points than field goal attempts. And Patrick rarely gets there. And the way you get there is by hitting a lot of threes and by making a lot of free throws. And so one of the things that he's been working on, that Billy and DeMar and Zach have been working on with him, is ways to get to the foul line more. And it just seems like he got overwhelmed by how long Jaren Jackson was. He got blocked a couple times early. And then he had that one layup where he had an and one, but like for the most part wasn't really going to the basket. Obviously also had that dunk, which was awesome. But it's just... There are moments when you have really good defenders out there that he's just not going to be able to take advantage of. I'm not expecting, 5, 6, 7 free throw attempts per game, but like get up to 4.
4, yes. Give me 4.
Give me 2 trips to the line.
Yes, I completely agree with you on that, man. He's big enough, and that mean does that mean you want to see him going more to the paint more?
Well, a lot of the time you see him attacking closeouts. It's doing that little hesitation to dribble like thing and then raising up.
Correct.
At the elbow. Like you're not going to get fouls that way unless you're DeMar hitting him with like the 4 pump fakes. I'm
or
just gonna
Kawhi.
Keep doing this. He needs to go all the way to the basket. And when he gets there, he had that one early on where the ball just like kind of flew out of his hands. He was like trying to cup it with his wrist. Like, dude,
that was
the
crazy.
biggest hands in the NBA. Like,
that was crazy.
Ball.
Seriously.
Or he gets blocked or whatever it is. Like, he's got to learn how to use his body to absorb contact, but also protect the ball so that he's still able to get a shot up through contact. And I think that's like the next step for him. We've seen a lot of growth in the form of, attacking closeouts in general, shooting threes. He's up over 40% this year. Defense has gotten better. Games where rebounding is good, games where not. But like, I think that's how you become an efficient scorer in this league. And he's mentioned to me several times, like, that is the next step for him. And I think this was a night where they didn't have DeMar. Facts. They needed somebody to generate offense. That's how you get it done.
I agree.
Our guy AK said at least Tony Bradley didn't get carried out of the club. You gotta take your wins.
Take them
your
where
wounds,
they are.
Take your wins where you can get them.
Oh, man.
Bulls could not take their win tonight. They lose to the Grizzlies. 26-28.
Yeah.
As we are less than 2 days from the NBA trade deadline.
Oh, buddy.
Dave and I chilling off tomorrow. Will, you and Mark got some HQ action coming at our viewers and listeners tomorrow afternoon.
HQ. Did you hear my new name for your show?
No.
I heard it. You hear it? The GOAT and the Bloke. Come on,
Goat and the Bloke.
Give it to me.
I like it.
Give it to me.
I like it.
Come on, baby.
I like that. We'll get clearance from Mark, get his approval as well. And then after we get an HQ for you guys tomorrow, once again, Thursday, deadline day, 1 p.m. Chicago time, which is 1 hour prior to that 2 p.m. Central Time deadline. We will be here live talking about moves, lack of moves.
Lack of moves.
All kinds of moves and lacks of moves.
Hats.
Before we sign off,
thrown.
Can I ask you guys a question, DraftKings style?
No.
Oh, okay.
Over under 0.5 incoming players to the Bulls roster at the trade deadline.
Over under 0.5 players.
Will they have a new player entering the team?
Oh.
I'm going to go under.
I'll go over.
I'm going to go under.
I'm going to go over.
Over.
I'm going to say over.
Under.
One small fringe move.
Yeah.
And just somebody that they'll have to take back, for whoever they're shipping off.
What about outgoing players? Over under 0.5. Same thing?
I'll take the over.
I'll
You
take
kind
the
of
over.
need a outgoing player if you're going to have an incoming.
Yeah, that's that's the idea.
But I mean, there could be a 2-for-1. There could be a draft pick goes out for
Right.
But you're not saying net out, like just somebody.
Will
I
there
think.
be a new player on the Bulls roster?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Okay. I think so.
In the chat, write down your thoughts. Over under 0.5.
I'm preparing myself for a big old goose egg of Bulls activity on deadline day or between now and deadline day. Just preparing for that punch to hit me in the face.
Send me some fake trades on Twitter.
Oh, and Dave, it is British and Australian, sir. You get cultured. It is both, my friend.
That's right.
Handle your business.
Yeah, and
there he
Lebowski,
is. We say bloke all the time. Yeah, bro.
don't disrespect this shirt, Lebowski.
Maybe
Maybe
if you're gonna have the name, come on now, come correct.
Well, we love you, we love you, love Dave.
Of the show title?
We love you, love Dave.
Yeah, look there. Look, Mark saying we say bloke all the time here in Australia.
Oh, I know. I wouldn't have mentioned it if he didn't, sir. Come on.
Right.
Come
We
on,
got
baby.
a 5,
Got
we got a
confirmation.
2, a 4, an over.
Hey, you know what else we got?
What we got?
We got 207 people watching.
Okay,
We only
give 'em,
got
Joey.
76 likes.
Give 'em.
We won't end the stream until we're at 80 likes, all right?
I will keep you here till 4.
Well, I mean, I'll be honest with you.
Shout out Tim Meadows.
We will end the stream because
I will keep you here all
let's
night.
get to 80 likes. 80. 80. Come on, 77. Come on.
That was a great scene.
79.
Oh, hell no. I did not leave the South Side for this.
Come on. Who's going to be magic number 80?
Second draft picks for Cam Thomas.
Oh my
81. Let's go.
Hey,
There you
there
go.
it is.
Yeah, we
Thank you,
moving
Bulls
in.
Nation.
Hit that thumbs up if you haven't yet.
Let's get to
For those of
100.
you who
Why
have,
not?
We appreciate y'all.
still do it.
Appreciate you for subscribing as well.
87. Keep it moving. Keep it moving.
Flip it over to the other portion of CHGO Sports, which is still rolling. It's Blackhawks over there in Studio B. They're wrapping up their postgame. Blackhawks got a big tank win tonight.
Yeah.
AKA a loss tonight.
Awesome.
Against Anaheim.
Awesome.
Clinging to that top lottery spot, baby.
Oh, no, tight.
All right, y'all.
Dave, use the Barry White voice to request more likes.
Ooh. That was
Listen up, y'all. Y'all know y'all love us. Now show us that you like us and hit that thumbs up and give us more likes. Because, guys, in the words of the Big Hurt, she'll like it too. You're like, look at Joey. I broke Joey too. I broke Joey.
Up to 93. Let's get to 100,
Come
guys.
on, Joey. Look what I just
95.
did. I got him up there.
We're almost there.
Come on, Joey. I
5
broke
more
it down.
likes.
It was just really impressive, like copyright on that ad that you just read with the, we know you love us, but we want to see that you like us too.
Thank you
That
very
was
much,
impressive.
Thank you very much,
You
Joe.
could be a professional.
I told
I impressed Joe.
Dave somewhere shortly after tip-off, I was like,
Somebody
oh,
said,
by the
"I'll
way,
sub for Al Green."
we got a new ad starting tonight, and it's Roman. Just in case you want to give that ad copy a once over, because of what the product is. And Dave's like, I got it. True story, folks.
Winging it.
All right,
98.
Boom, there we go.
Can we get 2 more? Can we get 2
As
more
we
before we
sign
get out
off.
of here?
Sign us
Follow
off.
Joey at
Give me
Joey's
two
Pathis.
to play us out.
Will_Gottlieb.
Play us out.
Big Dave is at Bow. BAWL Sports. I'm Bulls_Peck. We are CHGO.
Give Joey his 2
_
likes.
Bulls. Keep an eye out for that Bulls HQ episode tomorrow.
HQ.
We'll be back for a trade deadline special Thursday afternoon.
Yeah.
Before Bulls pre and post Thursday night.
Yes.
Taking on the Kyrie-less Brooklyn Nets.
102 likes.
102. We did it,
Cam
guys.
Thomas.
Sanity.
Well done.
Brooklyn Cam
Talk to you
Thomas.
soon. Appreciate you. Love you, Bulls Nation. See you, Red. Be good.
Peace.